On September 9th, 1995, Sony released the PlayStation in North America. That means today is the 30th anniversary, and I kind of want to take a look at the launch day lineup if you don't mind for this upcoming series here. In fact, we might extend it a little bit into the launch calendar month, because that's only going to add like another 4 or 5 games if I remember right. Grand scheme of things, this is the PlayStation, and this is a project I've wanted to do for a while. Anyway, let's get this one going.
Commander, we've got bogey from Alpha Sector. Coming in, fast. Starbase Bravo to vessels bearing 150, Mark 29er. You've entered restricted space. Withdraw immediately. Commander, we're detecting an energy surge. They're charging weapons.
Ensign, notify the Stellar Command that we're under attack and get Gamma Squadron off the deck pronto.
Scrambling Gamma Squadron. Intercept in 2 minutes. We're hit! Shields are down! Commander, receiving a low-frequency comm signal. Switching to view screen now.
I am Lord Zodak, supreme predator of the Draxi Dominion. Your species has been selected for the hunt. You should regard it as an honor to feed us. We hunt only the quickest and the smartest. What you are about to witness is what we call Juk Fulan, which in your language means sun dagger. I find it illuminating.
Prepare for emergency evacuation. All hands, prepare to abandon ship.
Okay, game number 1 over here was Total Eclipse Turbo by Crystal Dynamics. Came out in August 1995, so it actually broke street date by a little bit. Guess they really wanted to get this game on the shelves early there. Makes sense. What also makes sense, though, is they did that because this is a port of a 3DO game, and you can see it on the screen. It's called Total Eclipse. Why is this game called Turbo? Well, we're going to see as we go along, but for now, you can take a look at the controls here. I prefer using Simulation A. It just makes more sense to me for up to go down and down to go up in a flight game, because this is a space rail shooter kind of game. And you know what? We're just going to get ready to get right into it. Don't have any passwords on us right now, so nah. I'm ready to go.
At ease, Lieutenant. I'm not gonna blow propaganda smoke in your face. The truth is that the war is going badly for us. Earth is being bombarded by Draxi missiles, and we're being forced to retreat in every sector. Our scouts have tracked the missile path back to a planet, Omega Nebula. Your first mission will be to destroy those missile silos. Take a good look at your mission objective and move out. Best of luck, Lieutenant. Orion out.
One man, one ship, one bad army of aliens we gotta take down. I kinda like our odds, I guess. We'll see how it goes. It's going poorly. crash into any of those ships because, my goodness, it does so much damage to your shields. And as you can see, our shield meter will drain even if we don't do anything, just because on these planets, they're absorbing our energy. To get it back, you gotta shoot them down. And we just picked up my favorite weapon for doing that, because this thing is a scatter gun, basically. Shoots everywhere. Perfect for taking down a ton of enemies all across the screen. Unfortunately, we're gonna switch off of it, because, again, I didn't know right going in here how these weapons were gonna work. I only played a couple minutes beforehand just to make sure it worked and everything. Oh, with this blue entry chamber, you better fly right into it, because if you miss, like I did in my test run, yeah, you kind of crash into the rock wall and lose a ship. Not exactly what you want to do. For the record, in these tunnels, you can't do any barrel rolls. Not that you'd really want to, even though they're for points, and points kind of do matter in this game to some extent. But just an FYI there. Those green tubes speed us up when we touch them. I'm trying to remember. I think the red ones slow us down and the blue ones drain our shields. So, just be warned on that. One other thing to note about these tunnel areas is that you have some really cramped quarters here. Just saying. And oh, by the way, when you touch that D-pad, you will move pretty darn fast left and right. Guess that's one of the benefits of the turbo here. Yeah. This game's got some rockin' music in some cases. What we just did there was press the triangle button to detonate a plasma bomb. Pretty much a screen wipe. Fills your shields instantly if there's enemies on screen. Honestly though, my favorite part of the game is just these outdoor areas where it's like this, where it's more expansive. Another good weapon is this one. I don't remember the name of this gun, but you can see that it goes in 3 different directions. Strongest goes straight forward. Pretty good. Shield pickup there. That can do 10, 25, or 100% of your shields back. It's random, but it's nice. Because you're going to be wanting it when everything's shooting at you and draining your shields like crazy. You can see here there's actually a split path. I figured the upper way would be the right way to go, just for maybe some goodies or something. Do need to speed up though when those doors are closing. Now I'm starting to wonder if this is the exact same way or not, and no, it's not. We're still going forward. Multiple ways to go outside here if you look at our map above. Anywhere there where it's white is dangerous. It's rock wall. Don't want to run into that. This gun just, the one that just shoots straight ahead like this is the default one. Not my favorite. Not at all. Oh, every weapon has 3 level charges, too. If you look on the top left when we come back here for Act 3, We're level 2 with this one. It's strong, but again, just going straight forward, that's not going to take care of everything flying at you in every which way. So, you know, try to switch that one out as soon as you can. These things here are bonus rings. They give you points for each and every one you fly through. I believe they keep going up by a decent amount. It's like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 75,000, and if you can get through this fifth one, 250,000. That's a pretty good boost considering every million points you get an extra life. And I think it's every 5 million points you get an extra continue. So keep that in mind. And is also nice enough to give you some one-up rings too, because sure. I always feel like these quiet moments are them loading in the next section. I wonder if that's what really the case is here. Probably not, though, because we're actually coming up on the end of the third act here. Or stage. Or whatever they call it. I think it's rounds, actually. It's rounds. You'd think a guy doing post-commentary would pay attention to this sort of stuff, but nah, not really. I'm just here to play these games, have a good time, hopefully, and just see how far we can get before I say, you know what, that's good enough for now. So in this game, every one of these Drexai planets we're invading, there are 5 of them in total, and like I said, every one of them, they have 4 rounds, so there's 20 stages in the game. You can see by the timer on the video that we're going to be doing this for a little bit here, but at the same time, probably not going to beat the game with the short amount of time we're going to give it. So we'll still see how far we get, but probably not going to be a winner here, just saying. Honestly, this is one part of the game where you can start to see it getting a little bit trickier, because when you're in these trenches and you've got ships flying at you or shooting at you, it makes it kind of hard to dodge. The reason why is because of that whole turbo thing. It speeds the action up a little more than it was originally on the 3DO. Well, I say a little bit. No, it's a little bit more than a little bit. It's like 50%. Heck, even this transition is almost instantaneous, where on the 3DO it looks pretty smooth going into these tunnel sections. Yeah. I mean, this weapon's okay, but again, I'd rather have that scatter gun for this if I could. Didn't know that at the time, though. The other thing with the turbo here is that it is making flying even just in a straight line, just easing your way over into like this tunnel here, just an annoying thing to do. I don't mind the tunnel sections, but Anyway, here's our first boss. It's a scorpion-like thing. Let's take it down. At least try. far so good, but for some reason we get cute, and I don't know why. I mean, yeah, doing barrel rolls gives you points, but not really the time to be doing that. I'm getting nervous with all the bombs flying at us, but nah, we're good. We at least got through the first stage.
Well done. You've earned the rank of captain. Earth has a chance now that you've destroyed those missiles. Unfortunately, they weren't our only worry. Our colonies are being wiped out by Draxi cyborgs. I need a pilot with your skill to pay a visit to their cyborg laboratory in the Centauri Nebula in Nullify. Good luck, Captain. Orion out.
So yeah, every time you beat a stage, you get a promotion. I think that's kind of silly. You also get a more important thing, a password, so you can continue from the next point if you ever do want to play this game all the way through. I mean, you don't have to worry about saving it because you can just input it yourself on the title screen. No big deal. This song too. I'm gonna be hearing it quite a lot. I'm just gonna tell you right now. And you know what? Let's just miss that bonus ring because why not? To be fair, I was worried about the ship getting ready to shoot at us because they get a little more aggressive here in the second planet called Magma Prime. They do love their corridor sections, though. I'm not sure I feel the same way. Oh, yeah. It was bound to happen some point there, but I wish it could have happened a little bit later. You need to go fast here because the doors are closing. Kind of makes this part a little tricky. For these doors, you need to shoot them open because for some reason they fold open like cardboard when you do it. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. It's a video game. You all shouldn't either. Pretty smooth flying, Fox. Let's see how you do when it's going super quick like this. Thankfully, not too bad. Some of those, though, they take you right into those twisty tunnels, and that's just basically screaming for you to hit the brake as soon as you can. Oh, no, you passed the good one. Oh, me, you passed the good weapon. Why? Well, at least you got the missile. You can only carry 3 at a time, though, so... Every time you come back from losing a ship, you get them restored, so I'm pretty sure we were full there. Apparently, I like this spread gun a decent amount, too, but eh. It is fine, but it has its flaws. Honestly, at this point when your shields are this low and they occasionally keep draining, you better be ready to use those missiles to restore your health. Apparently, I'd rather just not. Kinda dangerous. Ugh. Turning in small corridors with this enhanced speed. Not easy. We gonna make it? Nope. What's worse for me in a scenario like this is you have to start the entire section over. That's your checkpoint. Enjoy. Now let's do things right this time. Maybe right-ish is the right word. Thankfully, I think we once again fell right near the very end. Good job, me. Whoops. Ugh, the worst weapon. Let's keep picking it up. I'm sure that'll help. So crashing right into a rock wall. Oh man, I think at this point I was starting to get a little tired, but to be fair, the action is picking up a bit. Plus, I'm one of those people, when I see all these different ways you can go, I kind of want to explore them. So I'm like, yeah, sure, let's refill, let's do it again. That's the excuse I'm going with anyway. But again, we're kind of in another one of those trench run areas, and it's just like, I'm just hoping the game opens up, because I'm really noticing that these enemies can just carve through you like a knife through hot butter when you're just in a small little trench area. Okay, so far so good again. Honestly, my goal was to make it through this world before we called it a day. It's gonna be tough though, because there are a lot of things trying to take us down now. A lot. Apparently, some of these tunnels can take you either backwards in the level or, like, to a different spot. Not really sure how that works. It didn't feel that way when I was going through this, but maybe it did. That's honestly kind of mean if that's the case. Only reason I'm saying that is because of this area, because we got ourselves a 1-up, which made me think it was a side path for a moment. like, is this the end of the level, or is it just going to take us to another part? And sure enough, it takes us to another part. Oh, we might have made a big mistake by picking that one up right here. This is not the weapon you want for this part. Yeah, remember what I said about that whole tight corridor thing and enemies shooting at you? Kinda makes it tough to both dodge and hit. And this is all the while your shields are draining, so I'm starting to see some issues with this game right about now, and I'm like, huh, as I'm playing. Honestly, that's kind of what holds Total Eclipse Turbo back, in my opinion. Not just from games of its ilk, like, say, Star Fox and the SNES, but even just comparing this to the 3DO version, the original version of Total Eclipse here. It's just going a little too fast, and these enemies just wreck you to the point where you either gotta know they're coming, or just use a missile like we did there, just to save your skin. I mean, yeah, the game hands out one-ups like candy, and the passwords which start you to a different world is nice. But you're just getting hammered, and it is so easy to just lose lives like nothing. And you can't really just break and shoot either, because these shots are going to come at you at basically fast forward. Like I say, I don't know if they sped the game up or if they uncapped the frame rate or whatever, but yeah, this is not going well. Not going well at all. Dude, that one was barely on screen. I mean, come on. There were actually a couple more minutes of that, and I just edited it out. It's like, nah, you don't need to see it. It's pretty much the same thing. Doesn't help that, again, we got that straightforward gun, which is the absolute worst thing you can have in a game where enemies are shooting at you in multiple different directions. And of course, we died right at the end. Man. Okay, so right now I'm saying to myself, one way or another, this is going to be the last stage we do. Hoping we get through it, but it's not starting off well. There are so many of these little saucers that look like those things from Metal Gear Solid 2, those cipher things. They just obliterated me in this run, it felt like at times. Some of those pyramid buildings did too, but thankfully we got around most of those. It's just wild to me how quickly things can go from, hey, you're in green health, to, no, you're gone. I guess the one thing I should say about this as we go through is the main objective of these games was just to play enough of them to get my fill. Honestly, what I really wanted to do, if I was more of a streamer instead of just a YouTube guy, is actually do a decent length run, try to get through them, and then give a full grade of them at the end to see which ones are worth your time or not. That's not going to be the case, but that doesn't mean we can't give a first impression review on some of these games. And the way I wanted to do that was basically go through and compare them to games that were out at the time, or ones that you knew about that were on the horizon. So in other words, with Total Eclipse Turbo here, we're sure as heck not going to compare it to, say, Star Fox 64, because that game's not going to be out for another 2 years, and that game is much better than this one. But still, you can compare it to other stuff that some rail shooters of its time. Right off the bat, I can think of, like I said Star Fox. That's 1993 SNES. Obviously, the gameplay here is smoother. It runs faster in 10-15 frames per second like that one does. And as we pick up the best weapon of the game to make sure that we've got a very good chance of beating this stage, I think the real issue here is not to compare it to even that game, or say Sega Saturn's Panzer Dragoon, because I also think that one's better. What I want to compare it to, though, is its original version, because that's really the best place you can go with this, is Total Eclipse on the 3DO. And watching a video of that one, I gotta say, while the PlayStation definitely wins in terms of visuals, both the graphics and the effects on the enemies when they blow up, as we're coming up to the second boss here. Sounds a push, but the real issue here is the gameplay. I mean, again, you're just seeing how quickly my shields drain on one hit to where I'm panicking and using a missile. And it's spewing out volcanic ash from its mouth here, this volcano guy. And it hurts a lot, and while I know it's going left, right, it's so fast that I can barely see it coming, and I keep running right into it like so. And yeah, that doesn't happen on the 3DO version, because again, the frame rate, the speed, game speed, the whatever you want to call it, it's not sped up there. And I honestly think that the core gameplay gets compromised because of this. But honestly, the thing is for this guy, you shouldn't be using the missiles like that, because now we just took away all our chances to refill on the left and right of the screen. Also, don't feel like I'm hitting him. I mean, I am, but it just doesn't feel right. Not compared to like the first boss. And now we're just going to stand here and try to damage race him, and that's a brilliant idea, and I thought I won, but no. No. Nice barrel roll, kid, but, boom. I think you can see how this is coming. So overall, in my opinion, with this game, because we're wrapping up our adventure here in a not-so-kind run, because as you saw, we had 9 lives coming into this, and now we have none. We could continue, but no, I don't think so. I've had my fill. But yeah, Total Eclipse Turbo. It's a game where the original version just happens to be better than the port. Doesn't happen too often. Sonic Adventure 1 fans screaming at me right now. In any case, I would say it's a mediocre port of an okay or solid game. And that's just not good enough for this time. My first impression grade of this is going to be a D+. I think it's got some good merit to it. It's maybe worth a little bit of your time. But in the end, you can do better, and even on systems prior to this one. I guess what I'm saying is it just gets eclipsed by its original version. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time. We are going to be playing a platformer with a limbless protagonist. Should be a good time. A ray of sunshine, man. It's Rayman. I'll see you there.